Hello everyone, or should I say for this one more specifically, hello there. Welcome back to the High Council. Today we are going to be having a look at the contents of the You Cannot Run dual pack. It's out Friday in the UK. So we're going to have a quick unboxing, see what's on the inside of it, and what our minis look like. So first of all, the box is quite big. It's definitely bigger than other squad packs, which is very nice. Obviously, you've got all this cool terrain inside of it as well. But obviously, we've got the front view there. On the top and the sides, we're getting the Spanish, French, Polish, German spiel, I guess. That is here on the back. In English, we've got in 2 miniatures, terrain feature display, 2 starter cards, 2 stance cards, and 2 order cards. And if you've seen my other unboxings, you'll know that the chances are these haven't just got 2 cards in. They'll have 2 cards for all the English stuff and then 2 cards for each of the languages as well. So let's have a little look. If you want to know my thoughts on these 2 characters, check out my feedback, my review up in the top right corner, somewhere up here, that I did on the channel when their unit cards were revealed. So we're just going to open up absolutely everything we've got here. So that is everything. We've then got a empty box is all that's left, so we'll stick that one over here. And let's have a look at sprues first. Sprues first are always fun. So first thing, let's look at this terrain piece, because this is the obviously the diorama type piece that doesn't come. Well, you probably, I mean, you won't be able to use it in a normal battle because of the size of this lip that's on it. But here we've got the diorama piece, and then obviously you've got the holes for the bases. We'll have some sprue parts on there. Pretty, I mean, I don't want to say pretty basic, but pretty basic in terms of it's just some kind of rocks on here. But obviously you'll paint it up, it'll look very nice on your shelf when it's all done, and will look very cool when it has Obi-Wan and Darth Vader both in themselves. We don't want to look at cards just yet. Then got the other bag of sprues. So these sprues multiple in a good sense. So first thing is we've got the accessories for the other for the terrain feature. So again, like the detail just on these I think is really awesome. Like absolutely pumped a load of detail into stuff, and they will obviously push and glue fit together there. So we've got one sprue of some terrain goodies. Then got a second sprue, some more terrain goodies on. So I think this this You Cannot Run pack feels very much like the first meeting between Kenobi and Vader in the Kenobi TV series. Sorry, that's a spoiler for anyone that hasn't seen Kenobi. Yes, Kenobi and Darth Vader do fight each other multiple times actually. And then we've got a third. We've got is this? Yeah, third sprue with some extra terrain stuff. Some little greebles on. Looks like we might get a droid here. Very cool. So that is all going to go over there. But let's be honest, what did we actually come for? We came to see this sprue here. So obviously there is, interestingly, this is the first time that we've got textured bases, which is quite nice. And then also specific holes for people's feet to go into. So I think this one is Kenobi, which is, you can't see his head frustratingly. Let's see if I can twizzle that around a little bit without breaking it off the sprue. There we go. So Kenobi's head is there. So again, like loads of detail, fantastic detail on his head. See his body. Lightsabers are still very flimsy. There's been my one bit of feedback from this one. And then the man himself, Darth Vader. First of all, this is a huge cape. So this cape is the size of my finger. Let's do something a bit more realistically size. There you go, size of a bottle of Model Air from Vallejo. Absolutely massive, and then he's got the front half of his face there attached onto his cape, which is quite cool. So you're going to build his body probably down underneath him, and then the base is obviously also quite built up. But yeah, and there's like his chest panel, like just look out, like loads of detail. Very cool that it's not the same pose as Legion or any other Star Wars things that he's done so far. I love the Kenobi pose. He's probably going to be my Obi-Wan Kenobi primary for using as proxies, because I just think he looks flipping cool. And then we get the sheet of paper in French, German, Polish, and Spanish. And then I read this first. And then obviously that's exactly what they're going to look like. Kenobi. And then Vader. It's going to be super imposing on the battlefield, I think, just from the size. Like the size of his cape, the size of him as a model. Absolutely mad. And then we get a bag of cards. So I know that there's obviously lots in here that are a different language. I think the first thing that struck me when I looked at it is so we've got his unit, his order card, Kenobi and Vader. And then also we've got the Kenobi and Vader stance cards. And then obviously Vader's is double-sided. Kenobi's isn't. And then obviously we've got all the other languages as well. And then what I thought was quite surprising was I thought these were going to be shiny, like the ones from kind of promotional events, the Ahsoka, Maul, Anakin, and Ventress one. But it's not. It's unit cards that are shiny. So again, all the different languages. We really want to focus on these two. So first of all, let's look at this. I'm not sure how well it will come off on camera, but it does look very cool, I think. Very cool. And is it just him? It's not this part here, which is quite nice. So it'll probably make it quite easy to read for people that are potentially like will struggle with the text on things like this, just to have that on plain black and white, which is very cool. And then Vader. I like how you can't use it with Anakin because they're not the same. They're the same person. So yeah, just the outline of his body there is very cool. So that is everything that comes in the You Cannot Run Dual Pack. So hopefully the first of many. Can picture some other ones that we might see. If I was just a speculating man, maybe at one point, once upon a time, a Obi-Wan Kenobi at the end of episode 3, Anakin Skywalker at the end of episode 3 might be a cool one. Yoda and Chancellor Palpatine, or Emperor Palpatine, might be a cool one. Obviously, we could go into the sequel era and talk about people like Rey and Kylo, which would be really cool. And obviously, original trilogy. So, original trilogy is not big for dual packs, but can absolutely picture we got the limited edition. What was it, Luke and Vader at Star Wars Con, or I want to say or whatever it's called, but I don't mean that because I do know what it's called. In April, so it could be cool. We could see something like that. But the first one that we've got here is Obi-Wan Darth Vader. That is the unboxing. Thanks for sticking around and checking out the video. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. And like, subscribe to the channel, and follow along for more Shatterpoint content. See you guys later.